Let me slide down just a team. I don't think I need that bright light on. What's going on, everybody? It's Kevin and Mikkel. We are back with a new video. I hope you guys are having a good week. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this week whenever you watch the video. Tomorrow, I'm heading down to Charlotte, North Carolina, and I'm looking forward to having such a great time. It's going to be the Simmons family reunion. I only really know like the immediate first cousins and stuff like that.
Can I see your? I'm sorry. Can I see that adapter so I can charge my phone? Sorry, first cousins.
Yeah, he knew that his phone needs to be charged before he gets here.
Sorry.
Or you here.
Well, you knew you needed to eat before I got here.
You know what? I sure did.
But you didn't.
But I'm not eating on camera. You know. Yeah. So I'm looking forward to seeing all my cousins, meeting them, and we're supposed to be doing the history and all of that. We're doing a meet and greet.
It's your dad's side?
Yeah. We doing a meet and greet Thursday. Friday night it's a banquet. Saturday is the reunion, and then Sunday. I mean, I guess after the reunion, everybody can go home.
So how you getting it? You flying?
So I'm taking the Greyhound there to Charlotte,
North Carolina.
Yes, and then I'm flying back home. And the main thing I don't like about it, but even because I'm only flying for $5 because I had some points.
Who are you flying with?
Southwest.
Oh wow.
Yeah, they don't have any direct flights to or coming or leaving. So I got to fly to Chicago, and then from Chicago to Philly. But I'll be back home by like afternoon.
Oh.
Yeah, so it's not too bad.
Right.
Not too bad. And I'll probably be sleeping anyway. Staying up. So I don't know if I'll have time to even try to meet people who live in Charlotte. But I'll try to find time. I didn't even know, like, the hotel that I'm staying at down the street is an amusement park, and it's called Carowinds, or I'm assuming it's called Carowinds because that's how it looks like it's pronounced. But it's an amusement park, and it's only $50 to go. And I was thinking, like, maybe I should go there on Friday since, it's not really nothing popping until that night. But, yeah, whatever the case may be, I'm looking forward to having a good time and, taking pictures and all of that, getting to know my people, and then coming back on home. What else is going on? So, yeah, that's all that's going on with me when it comes to that. I'm looking forward to seeing.
The hotel that you're staying at, is that with the whole family staying at, or just you?
The whole family staying there. But what irks me is they didn't get like a discount. Like, I'm like, well, why couldn't y'all get a group discount? They're like, no, just book the hotel because that's where we're gonna be. It can be done professionally. It's a group,
the right way.
Yeah, get a group rate because you bring in so many family members.
Yeah.
We welcome in every week. We welcome all these family members to the damn Facebook group.
Yeah.
So why not get the?
Well, do you know who put it together?
Yeah, it's a whole committee.
They probably. So that was kind of lazy of them not to do that.
Yeah.
I agree with you.
I think we could have got a discount, but it's still not bad. It's like $5 something. But so the hotel across the street, there's a hotel across the street. They want much less, but when I was looking at the reviews, it was kind of sketchy. And then I was like, you really get what you pay for. So they're giving you free breakfast at the hotel we at. They do free dinner, and they give you 2 complimentary drinks. So I'm there. I don't see nothing wrong with that. And I don't know a lot of hotels that do that.
Yeah, especially not with the drink.
Yeah.
Or dinner. So it's usually free continental breakfast.
Mm-hmm. So I'm like, I'm going. We going. Well, we won't be eating dinner there probably Thursday night because that's where our little reception won't be at. But I want to go to the bars. I want to see what kind of gay club nightlife they have down there in Charlotte. So somebody hit me up, let me know what's going on. I really want to, escape one of these nights and get out. But yeah. So Charlotte, I'm gonna be there. Carly. The Carly update, listen, I ain't going on and on about this. Carly submitted through her lawyer, through the detective.
Carly Russell.
Yeah, Carly Russell, that she lied. It was a hoax. And we already knew that. Her boyfriend, Tamar, who's also a Simmons, I'm not sure if they're related, but he was just saying that people need to stop bullying her.
Well, her ex-boyfriend now, because he broke up with her.
Didn't he? Oh, I didn't know he broke up.
He put out a long statement and saying how disappointed and disgusted he was that she did that.
Yeah, they said that, I didn't even see that, but they were saying that he was saying that we need to consider her mental health, and we need to stop cyberbullying and everything. But this is how we are as a people. Whether you white, black, Asian, Latino, people are always going to have an opinion about a situation, especially when you lie about it.
And you have everybody rooting for you.
Yeah, and doing search parties and all of that. Yeah, people got a right to be upset. People got a right to complain. And you know one thing I love about us, though? We always find the funny in it somewhere. Somewhere. I've seen so many memes, and I'm just like, okay, I get it. Like, all right, if you post a picture of Carly, you're going away for a while until you come right back. Or I'm not, whatever the case may be. So, I really don't, right now I don't see nothing wrong with it. But I do hope that if it's mental, if she has a mental issue, that she gets treated for it. And I hope that you and her family and her real friends, rally around her and give her the support that she needs. And maybe one day she could do an interview with Robin Roberts, and talk about what really happened and what was going on in her mind to make her want to go missing and then lie about it. We already know she got fired from her job.
Right.
I don't know, y'all. But I've never thought like, let me act like I'm going to get kidnapped. Or let me pretend that I've been kidnapped and I'm seeing a child on the road somewhere. No.
Oh, excuse me.
Your excuse.
Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Nene Leakes.
Nene fucking Leakes with a capital S. I love it.
Mm-hmm. So she did an interview with Carlos King on his podcast. Shout out to Carlos King. I've never told you this. I met him before. I met him at a bar at 10th and Piedmont. And, we said hello to each other, all of that stuff. He was who he was with, and I was who I was with. And then later, we said goodbye to each other. That's the last time we seen each other. But, yeah, I must really say that he is really doing his thing when it comes to the podcasting and getting these interviews, and whether they're this is the first time I think I've seen somebody sit down with him, but he always has great conversation with the women that's been on reality TV. Well, Nene was like, bitch, if you're going to interview me, you're going to interview me in person. So it was fun seeing the Nene side. She was able to let her hair down. She didn't have her guard up. She was able to speak and be herself. And it was a real conversation. This was not even an interview. This is basically a conversation. What I loved most about it was when they talked about the personal conversation. Like when they discussed her son. And she said she's kind of numb to it, and that he's an addict, and that she said other members in her family are addicts, and that...
First of all, I didn't know he was married.
Yeah, me neither.
I didn't know he had three kids.
Children. Yeah. Did you lay down with him 3 times? Oh, okay. Yeah.
I wouldn't lay down with him. He couldn't sit on...
You paid me.
Let me tell you.
You can't pay me.
He couldn't sit on the edge of my bed with his clothes on.
Yeah. So...
He would know which one... he would know which door was my room when he went up the steps.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a looker at all.
No. But one thing that I did love that she said about with his struggles and trials and tribulations is that she would never give up on her son.
And she should.
Yeah, and I love that. And she didn't even seem disappointed with how she was talking. It was just...
Because like she said, she's numb to it. And I think we all are hearing about this, every so often, but this is something that she's actually living through. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like this is news that comes to us every so often when he's
out of control
and he's in the headlines, But this is something that this is her reality that she's been living through with him for some years now. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't really expect her to be all, because this is new to us.
Yeah,
but it's not new to her.
It's not so new to us.
Well, it's not new to us, but this is something that happens in the headlines for 1 or 2 days, and then it goes away. But this is something that she's living with every day.
Yeah, and something I don't want people to do is try to blame Nene for these things, because he's a grown ass man.
Yeah.
And he's out here making these decisions. He's in his 30s now. It's nothing that Nene can do.
Like she said, she paid for him to go to rehab and all that stuff.
Yeah.
It's up to him. It's up to him. Nobody can blame her for anything. Not even from day one of him being on drugs. That was solely his decision. And now that he's married with a family of his own, and his mother still has to attempt to bail him out, like, no, like that's on him.
Yeah,
that's on him.
And I'm mad that he used his brother's name. You don't do no stuff like that. You don't put stuff like this in your brother's name and mess up his issues. I mean, mess up his life when he go look for a job, and then this gonna pop up on his thing when they go search for him. I hope it's expunged and cleared and all of that stuff. Yeah, I really hope that it's not even about them getting him help. He has to want the help. He has to want it. And if he don't want it, his life is always going to be like this. And hopefully it doesn't get to the point where something really bad happens to him, like death. When you dealing with fentanyl and fentanyl pills and all of that stuff, nothing good comes from that but death. So I hope that he wakes up and gets himself together, because that would be a tragic story for Nene and his brother and the family, and on top of Greg's death. Come on, we don't need that. So I really hope that he's taking this serious and wants to get the help for himself, for his wife, and his kids. Back to the Housewives. What didn't I like about the interview? I didn't like how they tried to bash the other seasons of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. It was good that she was talking about what she's done. Carlos kissed her ass enough about her being the queen of reality TV and what you've done for reality TV. Nene tooted her horn about, there was a bunch of shows like us and nobody was doing it. Basketball Wives, Love and Hip Hop. But I don't even think that y'all are comparable shows. But yeah, I'm glad that
Real Housewives of Atlanta is comparable to Basketball Wives.
I mean,
because there's a bunch of women who go on vacation, argue with each other, fight with each other.
Oh, you're my friend.
I thought you were my friend.
I looked at the Real Housewives as more luxurious than
but over the years it has not been luxurious.
It hasn't, because anybody could get on the show.
Right. Anybody can get on any of these goddamn shows, not just.
And you might even know why. None of them was really wives.
Right.
But Bravo did create the Wives franchise series, and then everybody took their own spin. Football Wives, Baseball Wives, Sister Wives. Like, it just really took off on its own thing. But I didn't like how they harped on too much about the past, because it just made Nene feel like this is who I used to be. And then when you try to focus on what else she's doing, she's not. So far on part one, it's not much. Yeah, she's been dating, but like when you are the queen of reality TV, networks should be like this. And going on BET in that show, and then you had to pay to watch it. This ain't Nene. This ain't the Nene we want to see going to school. Come on. We want to see Nene being a housewife queen. We want you to be doing something. But that's the only thing I didn't like. I did like that she opened up about the thing, how she said she can't be really friends with Cynthia no more. Yeah. Because of what allegedly Cynthia was doing behind their backs. How she felt the Housewives series when it fell apart, and who she wanted on the show, who she didn't want on the show. I like that, because she was being very candid, and I didn't feel like anything was fake about what she was saying about Bravo's casting on the show. That was all fun. Like, I really enjoyed that, but I just don't like it for Nene to feel like this is what I used to be. Like, no, you still are Nene, but I want to know what else are you doing. Like, what else? Like, are you doing reality TV again?
Right.
Do you think that you made things harder for yourself trying to sue Bravo and Andy Cohen and claim that, he's racist and that they do racist practices. Yeah, I'm sure a lot of things happen, but do you think you're helping, or do you think you should have bit your tongue? I can't wait for them to go into part 2, because this was an hour and a half. It was really good.
Well, hopefully he answers her those questions.
Yeah, I hope so. Because this is burning questions that we want to know. Yeah, but it was really good to see Nene back talking about something, because a lot of people miss her on the Housewives, and they feel like, oh, well, she need to come back. The ratings are never going to be the way they used to be. We're talking about a show that is 15 years old. No television show remains the same with the same amount of ratings. Like you got, back in the day, TV shows used to get 20 million people watch, 30 million people watching the show. Then as the show gets canceled, only around like maybe 10, 12 million people are watching. And they're like, well, it's not as popular as it used to be. It's time to put this show to bed. Mm-hmm. So we're talking about a franchise that's 15 years old. So while you try to talk about Open, we was in season 6. That was damn near 10 years ago. You getting 5 million people watching. Now you say only 500,000 people are watching.
That episode when her and Kim was arguing, they went to Florida and
in the mansion. On the bus?
No, yeah, and Kim friend, and when she got in Kim's face on the bus. But then when they got to the mansion, because it was Kim's friend's house, and Kim said, such and such bitches, and he said, you better watch it for B words. You better watch it for B words, okay?
I remember when she tried to choke her on the bus. Yeah. They was about to fight on the bus.
When she told Sweetie that she was basically her slave.
Yes, Sweetie!
Whatever happened to her?
Child, I don't know.
But how about how she used to call her like that was her, like that was her name?
She did.
Like you was watching Born with the Wind, man.
Yeah, the Housewives had its good days, but yeah. People find new ways to watch. People watch on Peacock. People watch on YouTube. People watch everywhere. I don't even have cable TV no more. I stream now, so I don't even know how my ratings affect the numbers. But let's not do that. Let's not down these women. They're trying to entertain people. But she did. I did like how she said that she felt like Kenny and them made the show fake, bringing fake boyfriends and stuff like that on the show. That had to be true, because everybody wanted the storyline. Everybody's making money. So what gets a good show? What keeps you on the show? A divorce, a baby, drama with the other cast members, like cliffhanger endings, like all of that keeps people helps you to secure your check or your peach or whatever it is. But they were saying that Portia was on the chopping block before. I didn't think that Portia should have been for her second season, because she was starting to find her voice, getting back at Cordell, and then they was getting a divorce, so I wanted to see how that was going to turn out. But yeah, do I miss Portia on the show now? No, I don't even miss Nene on the show. Right now, I'm just watching The Housewives.
Right.
Like, it doesn't consume my life. It don't make me like, oh, I gotta hurry up. Like, I miss some of this new episode, but I'm okay.
First of all, Kenya wouldn't be able to really be Kenya this season if Nene was on and her and Marlo and Nene and Marlo was friends. Because the way Kenya don't speak to Marlo now, and you had Nene and Marlo going at you, Kenya wouldn't. Yeah, she wouldn't. She would be arguing. Kenya wouldn't want to attend any trip. But Kenya got the upper hand now, because I still feel like Marlo is just like trying to brown nose Kenya. Like, Marlo, she don't want to be your friend. Leave that girl alone.
Yeah.
She don't want to be a friend. Leave her alone.
Because Marlo was phony. I wouldn't want to be her friend either.
She is. I mean, Kenya's phony too at times. But and like Courtney says, she has a bad girl mentality. She has one of them bad girl mentalities. She acts like a bad girl.
Excuse me.
And she does.
Yeah.
She does.
But was she like? And what is? Did Courtney just not get a peach?
No, Courtney's just a tag along friend.
Like,
because Jazmine's mom had reached out to us some years ago. I don't know if y'all saw the video where we interviewed Jazmine Sullivan back when her Love Me Back album came out.
Mm-hmm.
But before that, Jazmine's mom had reached out to us because she was familiar with the Scorpion show. And she, watched and she just loved us. So she reached out and the two of us, she and I became email buddies and then phone buddies, and we were emailing and talking on the phone, setting everything up. And she was just a very, very nice. I don't know nobody say nothing about the vaccine.
Right. Yeah. They ain't said about the vaccine, about the other people who passed from having a cardiac arrest. Like, damn, y'all always I just hate that. And he's only 18 years old. Instead of just saying prayers up,
Right.
You take. I still keep seeing these.
It's still more acceptable for you to be a trans man or a gay female than it is for men. Period.
Right. Yeah.
We get it on both sides. Whether you are gay or whether you are a trans woman, oh, you'll never be a man, you'll never be this. Like, I think that they know that. Biologically, they know that they cannot produce in that way, like carrying a child or bleeding every month. But don't tell me men don't know what it's like for hot flashes, because
We do.
they don't tell you that, but yes, men experience that shit too.
Yeah.
The only thing is,
Well, I don't know if I should. Bitch, if you was on report her,
now you got 10 more.
yeah, now you got waiting 10 more damn minutes when you could have been on the Stairmaster and out the goddamn gym. Report her. Period. Stop giving them a pass, because they always think that somebody's going to give them a pass. That's why they do what they do. They report us, and then they smile up in our face, and then when we do finally link, you better be super freaky. You better be, you know what I mean? Like, I have this one cut up that and we had to change something. One thing about me, Kevin, I'm very open and honest with the people that I be cutting up with. And I say, well, listen, this is what I like, and this is what I like for you to do, and hopefully you can do it the next time I come. Because if not,
Right.